Hello my dear friends, in today's video I want to talk about sexual creative energy. I recently thought of this experience I had in February of this year. I was in Ecuador working with a shaman. I was living with him and his family for 10 days and I did 3 plant medicine ceremonies with him with San Pedro. During one ceremony, I think it was number 2, he said to me really clearly, and my shaman, he's the most amazing man, shout out to him. He's more than just a shaman. I mean, he's the best therapist out there, really. But anyway, he said to me, Connie, do you know what your issue is? Do you know what your problem is? You have a lot of energy. And I said, yeah, okay, but isn't that a good thing? He said, yes, but a lot of that energy is in your second chakra, in your sexual creative center. And you're not using it right. And I was like, what do you mean I'm not using it right? Because I had told him all the stories with, all these women and all the drama in my relationships. And he said, Connie, you've been using all this beautiful energy in a very destructive way. We always have 2 ways in which we can use energy. In a beautiful way, in a creative way, or in a destructive way. And you've been using your sexual creative energy with all these women and all this drama, a lot of power struggles. And I was like, man, shit, he's right. And he said, you put all that energy in there and you didn't put it in your work. You didn't put it in your creation. Man, that hit me really hard. But in the best way possible. We were sitting there by the fire and yeah, that was deep into the ceremony that it just became so clear that I have a lot of energy in my body, definitely. But I've been using it in a way that didn't serve me. On the contrary, I used it in a way that caused me a lot of pain. And I got involved in a lot of power struggles, and a lot of drama, and a lot of unhealthy, toxic relationships with women. And so I basically just had this massive blockage in this second chakra, in our sacral chakra. And if you think about it, it takes a lot of energy to create a baby, So there's a lot of energy that can get stuck there. But we can also use that same energy that we use to create a child to create anything else. That second energy center is our center for creativity. And I'm a very creative person. And I realized, though, as I was sitting there talking to my shaman, that I hadn't used my energies wisely at all. My business was stalling at the time and I was like, I didn't quite know where to go. And I put all that energy into all these unhealthy relationships for years. And I realized that, holy shit, if I have one regret, it's that I misdirected my energies. And literally, and I've been thinking about this a lot since then. It's really probably one of the biggest regrets that I have, that I put so much energy into all these relationships when I could have put all that energy, all that head space, all that heart space. And if you've ever been in an unhealthy relationship, you've been going through dramas and heartbreak and whatever, it costs a lot of energy in your head because you're thinking all the time, and your focus, where focus goes, energy flows. And that's how this stuff works. And so I had all my focus on all these women, not at the same time, but one after another. But anyway, and that's where all my energy went. So of course I didn't have a whole lot of energy left to put into my creation, into my business, into live your heart out, into the way that I want to impact other people's lives in this world, with the message that I want to get out there, and the way that I want to serve and contribute. The only regret that I have is that I put all that energy into these relationships and not into things and ways that would benefit so many people out there. And once that sunk in, and when you do plant medicine, things are just very amplified, especially with San Pedro. You just have clarity, just boom, you know? You just have all these fireworks go off, and you can't bullshit yourself anymore. And since then, I just haven't been able to self-sabotage myself anymore in that way, because I know exactly how I work and what my danger zones are. And so he said to me after the ceremonies, and he said, Conni, you don't need to worry about finding a girlfriend, finding a partner. It will come. Everything will happen. Right now, you need to focus on your creations, on what you give to the world. You need to focus on building a meaningful business. You need to focus on helping other people and serving them and inspiring them. Stop focusing on women, stop focusing on finding a partner, stop focusing on drama, stop getting involved in all of that. You need to focus on that. You need to create every single day. That's where you need to put your energy. And everything else will fall into place. I know that you will find your woman. She will come. Everything will fall into place. If you just focus on creating, on using that energy wisely, everything will fall into place. Everything will be amazing. That's what he told me. So I left him after those 10 days, and I knew exactly what I needed to do. And since then, I've been hustling hard. I've been putting all my focus into Live Your Heart Out and into my creations. I've been putting all my focus into the question of how can I contribute, how can I serve people best, how can I help and inspire people. And that has changed everything. That has changed everything. Taking the focus away from me and all these toxic relationships, taking the focus away from me being depressed and sad, putting the focus on how can I serve, putting the focus on how can I use that beautiful, beautiful sexual creative energy in a way that benefits other people and not just me. And that has made all the difference. And then, well, what happened? You guys know by now. A couple of months ago, I've been focusing on working and creating, and it's been so fulfilling. I've grown so much. And then this woman comes into my life. Boom. Just like that. I wasn't looking. I wasn't hoping. I wasn't wishing. I had all my energies fully focused on creating, on my business. And then she just came. She showed up. And it's been just beautiful, amazing. And it's the first relationship where I can really say that I can have my energies on her and I can have all my energies on my work. There is no more either or. I can have both. And that has been the most beautiful, beautiful experience for me, because my experience was when I started off a relationship and I was always in fear mode and rejection and abandonment fears, that all my focus and energy went there, away from my business and my creations. And so I could always really only focus on creating in my business when I was single, when I wasn't seeing anyone, when I wasn't being heartbroken. And so now to experience that I can have both, I can have a happy, beautiful relationship that feels amazing every day, and it helps me grow and us grow and her grow. And at the same time, I can fully still focus my energies on my business and creating and serving and contributing. And man, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be where I am today, that I've come this far. And I'm so grateful to my shaman. He's amazing. And the work we did together was absolutely mind-blowing, game-changing, life-changing, everything. And if you're interested to work with him, get in touch with me. I'm not going to share his website all over the place. He's a very, very special man. And he does very special work. Only you and him. But yeah, so that's what I'm using my sexual creative energies for. And I want to just one last thing though. Very personal, but I feel like I need to share this. Just as a more pragmatic example. So recently when my girlfriend came to visit me here in Mexico, and we're still in the beginning stages, and we just really, really like each other, and we turn each other on a lot, and so obviously you have a lot of sex. Now what happens when you have a lot of sex is that you use that sexual energy for that, and that's where your energy goes. And when you have orgasms, that's that energetic release, and then that energy is basically gone, which is why if you're interested, I'd really invite you to learn more about tantric sex. There's a beautiful book called The Heart of Tantric Sex. It's really beautiful, and which really takes the orgasm out of the sex, because the striving for an orgasm, for that climax and making that the ultimate goal, I don't believe that really gives you a deep connection to yourself and to your partner, and also takes away a lot of beautiful sexual creative energy that you could use for other things in your life. And so this one day I wanted to make this video, but I ended up with my girlfriend in bed, and so then afterwards I just had no creative energy left whatsoever to create this video. That's when I really saw the power of releasing the sexual creative energy through an orgasm, because it was gone. I had it before, I was creative before, and then afterwards it was just gone, and that was just very insightful. So yes, I just want to really invite you to become more aware of how you use the beautiful energy in your body, and especially the one that's in your second chakra. Maybe you want to share with me in the comments below anything that came up for you during this video now, your experience with sexual creative energy, how you use it besides in the bedroom and in relationships. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Sending a lot of love from Mexico. Bye. Mwah.